Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we left off, we just got a conversation, we started the game and now we're going to start the game proper.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 Houses.
On our birthday month, right? We're Great Tree, aren't we?
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land.
Here we go, history lesson.
Lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
There we go. Nice little history lesson.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
That'd be nice.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. JaydeXMicky Monastery.
Hi, JaydeXMicky. You're an interesting place. Interesting place. Huh. Did they show this prior? It's been a while since I've seen the intro, so I mean, like, they probably did. Yeah, pay attention, kid. Student. Alright, kid. That guy just looks like a skinnier Alice. Did anyone realize that? Hello.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Oh man. Oh man, Rhea.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
That should be fun. Her? You've been here before?
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Okay. Lady Rhea? Want to tell me a little more?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes.
Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child. but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is...
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Oh, okay. You're very pretty.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Okay. I mean... As a servant? Like, I'm curious.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking
Excuse
about
me?
the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended...
Shouldn't that be you?
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Hello?
You can handle things from here. Good luck.
I'm a little terrified.
Watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
It seems a little, yeah,
It's
unexpected.
you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
Still, but...
A Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy.
Hello, Hammond.
I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Okay.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Manuela. You're a songstress? You look pretty.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela.
It's fine. I don't mind.
It seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
No.
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Thank
The
you.
Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Interesting.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think
Duke
that the next
Regan.
Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say.
Yeah, I don't say.
I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Oh, man.
For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
Love to.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
Suggest
I mean, that's
you try
true.
spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck.
Okay.
You'll need it.
Oh, thank you.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now,
I think
will
Sedith had a
have faith
point.
that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
I'm terrified. I am very terrified. Also, fun little fact: if you move your controller, you gotta move the loading screen. Little by lift. It's fun. Wee, wee. Also, you get a little animation. Okay, staying up on tactics. Good. Got some religious believers. Got some books. Got a cutscene with Claude and everyone else now. Edelgard in her class. Hello. Okay, now Dimitri with his. Hello, Rhea. I'm not ready for much. Do not give me that smile. I'm not ready.
Of course.
Exploring. While you're exploring the monastery, use the right stick for camera control, or to move camera. Use plus and minus to zoom in, zoom out. B and Y to hold the dash. If you're ever unsure of what your next what you should do next, look at the left part of the screen and center your objectives. It's displayed there. Your current objectives is displayed there. You know, accept the quest from Rhea. I want out of here! I want out. I'm not ready. Anyways.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Very.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives
Definitely
of the
not.
students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now, you should make the
Thank you,
rounds.
Sedith.
Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I will. Rhea, what do you want?
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
You know what, Rhea? Gladly.
May I ask a favor of you?
Okay, not gonna read the information stuff, speak to all three, so what she said prior. Not gonna read any of this, but it's just like a fun little thing you should read again. Quests are, fucking talk. Quests are, tasks given to you by people around the monastery. Those who are given the quests are involved in the, with the quests, have an icon in front of them. Consult the quest menu to see the quest that you have accepted. The icon beside each quest influences their status. Icons especially are red. Icons that for astral quests are red. Whatever. I can't read. You guys know this. First floor, sure. The minimap. The minimap in the upper right corner of the screen is your current location, important people, quest givers, and okay, yeah, just tell us what to do in the map. So we got the hall. I can't read. I also don't know what that word is. Probably doesn't help, does it? So, okay, I thought it was someone we could talk to. Well, our first character we're going to meet is Edelgard. Hi, Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Pressburg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
I haven't met any of them yet, but I would love to learn about them. Let's learn about you.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Okay, so going over Edelgard and stats in general. I won't go over everyone, but I'll go over what's important. Strength is obviously how hard you hit. Magic, right below it, is like how much damage you do with magic. Dexterity depends on, dexterity is the likelihood of you hitting someone. I believe that's like your accuracy check. Your speed is how fast you are opposed to enemies. So you might get the double slash, you might not get the double slash. Speed's fairly important for certain characters, but not necessary. Luck is based off, I believe, luck is your critical hit chance. As it goes up, your critical hits go up. Defense is your physical defense, so the more you have that, the less physical damage you'll take. Resistance is the equivalent for magic, so she'll take less magic defense, or she'll take less magical attack when last magical. Oh my god, words. Why brain blank on me? She'll take less magical damage the higher that stat is. There we go. And the third one I believe is Charm, and I honestly don't remember what Charm dictates, but it's interesting. So, going over her level, that's like how much she's going to need to the next level up. Her HP, it's obvious how much hits she can take before she goes dead until she dies. Movement speed, or movement. Movement is how many squares you can move on the field. So it does do, like, think about more of a chessboard. So let's say you can only move like a chess piece once or twice. Yeah, that's what movement is. So we'll go over that later, probably, if I don't explain it properly. And then her class, right next to the shoe, is a noble. Not super important for the beginning game, but just know that there's difference between nobles and commoners. Slight differences, but not much. And then we go into her defining ability. Her ability is Imperial Legacy. Whatever. It multiplies her experience by 1.2 times. So I mean, she just gets more experience. Her strengths are sword, axes, the sword axes. I forgot what that one is. The flag one. I forgot what they call it. Authority. There we go. It's authority. Authority and heavy armor. So if you want to get an idea of how characters will be built, you could do it based off this. The skills that she won't necessarily have a lot of improvements in are bows and faith. So going to that, we could talk about the other characters now.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Okay, so all the stats were saying, not going to go over that. Authority, officer's duty. Wow, grants 5 magical or 5 physical with a gambit, which we can't really go over gambits just yet. His strengths are bows, reason, bows, reason, authority. His weaknesses are axes, faith, and flying. We'll go over that later once again.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugayer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
Alright, well, Ferdinand, you actually are pretty cool. So Ferdinand is whatever. So his evasion goes up by 15 full points when he's at full HP. It's weird, but I like it. He's actually a pretty cool character once you gotta play with him. He just sucks early game. So obviously he has no weaknesses. He's one of the few characters that has no weaknesses, but he doesn't excel at anything outside of swords, lances, axes, and riding. Linhart, you're next.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
His ability is catnap. When the unit takes no action except wait, the recovers up to 10% of the HP of maximum HP. He's definitely a mage. If you want my opinions, right there, mage. Don't do anything else with him.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Oh, Caspar, you're interesting. So, here's his born fighter. Adjacent foes suffer 10 less evasion during combat. That is really brutal if you know how to use certain skills like that proper. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry. I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Okay, so she has a complex. Gains 5 attack when the unit's not at full HP. So even if it's 1 damage, she will gain 5 attack. That's ridiculous.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Okay, songstress. Adjacent allies recover up to 10 HP. Or 10% of their max HP when the start of their turn, of each turn. Useful, but not really. Petra, you're up next.
To the west of Foglin is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Okay, Hunter's Boon. Grants, it grants 20 for crit if the HP is below half. That's below, right? Yeah. Wait. Oh, and the foe. I thought when she was underneath half. Oh, that's weird.
Yes.
So, we got that. got guards. Don't even talk to them. Let's go in the classroom and at least meet some of them before we start talking now. And now we got the courtyard. I don't call it a courtyard. I know it's not. Okay. Start with Hilda.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund. Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
You can say that.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
I won't. Lysithea. I almost forgot her name already.
Guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Raphael. Oh, man.
Ah, you must be that renowned mercenary. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a cup of tea sometime.
Sure.
My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Sure, Lawrence.
Okay.
That's class.
Well, well. It must be my lucky day today, being approached by such a beauty. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Okay.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery? Oh, mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Kinda.
My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend. I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Annette.
Yes.
Next up is you
I have
guys.
heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh.
I don't mind it.
You may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Do I have a last name? Okay.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
It's fine. Nothing to do. We're good. Okay.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhart, goodbye.
Wow, Linhart.
Sheesh, Linhart. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Maybe.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello.
True.
I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Close enough, Petra. Close enough.
Oh.
Petra's such an interesting character.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
I mean, you're
I
right.
am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Can't wait.
No,
Dorothea.
no, you don't have a familiar face. What brings you here? Oh,
I got lost.
My name is Dorothea.
Before I joined the Academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
If you're offering.
Hello.
Okay, next up is Dimitri.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news.
That's true.
I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery.
Thank you, Dimitri.
I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Yes, they did. Start with you, Dimitri.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Okay, so Dimitri has a royal lineage, multiplies experience. All of the houses have that. His strengths are swords, spears, authority, axes, and his weaknesses are axes and reason. What about Dedu?
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Okay, the strut and shield. Shield. If the unit takes no actions except wait, you grant forward defense for 1 turn. His strengths are spears, axes, brawling, heavy armor. Weaknesses are faith, riding, and flying. Felix.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
I feel like that. Deals 5 extra damage when there's no battalions assigned to or battalions endurance is 0. That's something we're gonna have to go over later. Ash is next.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Lockpicking allows the unit to open doors and chests without keys. That is stupid useful. I like that ability a lot.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Okay, if a female ally is adjacent to the unit, deals 2 extra damage and then takes 2 less damage in combat during combat. Useful, practical.
I hear she was born
really.
to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
That's good. Life to savor. Blah. When you want to ally with white magic, the unit recovers the same amount of HP. That is a godsend. I can't tell you guys the amount of times I played this game on the Blue Lions house, and that just utterly saved me. It's ridiculous. I love it.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Interesting. Okay, Pervathi? Wow, I can't pronounce that. Holy cow. Using relay to grant holy cow, my glasses. Grant strength +4 to any ally. That's useful, but you'll probably never use that. Sadly. Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Interesting. Lady Knight grants hit a damage calculation for 3 and then a hit plus 5 with a gambit. Interesting. Except she does excel for what gambits need a lot. So, I mean, Blue Lions seem interesting. I think the last one we got to talk to is Claude.
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
Okay.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
I would love to learn more about them.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well.
Okay.
But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Got it. Nothing more. Lawrence.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Okay, he has divination house. Whatever. When a unit deals unit deals 2 extra damage while informing while information with the battalion. Okay. Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
I just love the way he delivers his lines so much. Alright, goodie basket. A chance of recovering up to 10 HP, or 10% of the maximum HP, if the start of every turn. Triggers based off of your luck status. He's got some pretty good luck. Ignatz.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Okay, Watchful Eye grants a hit plus 20. That's good for an archer.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
True, although a little crude. The Mastermind. Doubles experience skill, double skills experience earned in battle. Useful. Very useful for Lysithea, but not necessary right now.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Okay. Animal Friend. That a unit recovers up to 20% of their max HP at the start of the start of turn of each turn when the adjacent is near a flying ally or cavalier flying unit ally. Okay. Useful.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Little backstabbed, aren't you? Adjacent male deal 3 extra damage during combat. Interesting. Just weird.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
That makes sense. If a male ally is adjacent to the unit, deals 2 extra damage to take less 2 extra damage. That's alright. Fair trade for her, at least.
I appreciate your effort.
And considering we've done that, we are completely classed. I suppose we should return to Araya. Let's keep exploring for right now because I'm going to take the time and I'm going to save. We're going to call it an episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next part of Let's Play Fire Emblem 3 Houses. See you guys later.